What's up, everybody? Hope everyone is doing well tonight. Let me know how you are down in the comments below. It's Tuesday, y'all. It's November the 14th, which I feel like is like November 14th. We're several months away from February 14th. I think that's the thing that I'm thinking about is February 14th and not November 14th. I don't know. Guys, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the Game Award nominations. This is going to be a shorter stream. I am going to be recording something with our friend over at Bo Knows Gaming. So I wanted to at least get to do a stream tonight. Do this, talk about it. I know, of course, me and Derek are going to talk about it further on NerdCave News on Thursday, but we're glad to see you here. Escape to Books, welcome to the channel. Glad to see you back hanging out with us tonight. Saw you last week. Talking about Final Fantasy 16. You're really enjoying it. I want to say this. The only Final Fantasy I've ever played, I've played a little bit of Final Fantasy 7 Remake. I played maybe like 2 hours, but is that really playing Final Fantasy? But I did play Final Fantasy 7 Dirge of Cerberus back in the day. Love that game. That game was dope. And that was around, I want to say Dirge of Cerberus. Let's see, when did Dirge of Cerberus come out? Let's see. Dirge of Cerberus 2006. When did Advent Children come out? Children. Final Fantasy Advent Children 2005. So I was thinking, I was like, I think it came out around the same time. Escape said, I think the only recent game I still want to get is Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy is really good, especially if you are a huge Harry Potter fan. So much to find, so much to explore, and I think that's one of the things that I liked so much about it. I still need to beat the overarching story and everything, but I've really enjoyed my time with it. Maybe that'll be one of the games that I try to finish before the end of the year, because I do want to finish it, but I'm at this point, it's like, okay, I'm about to platinum Spider-Man. I do want to play Alan Wake 2, but I don't know when that's going to happen. I am pretty far in the story of Hogwarts, though. Amy said Hogwarts Legacy is really good. Amy's played some as well. She enjoyed it. Felt like Final Fantasy 16 would be a good start point because it's different from all the others. That's what I've heard other people say, that even if you are not a, Final Fantasy person, that it is a good place to start. I did play Kingdom Hearts, which I know it bleeds over into Final Fantasy, but it's not necessarily Final Fantasy. It's confusing. You know what I mean? It's confusing, just like Final Fantasy. Jessica, Brandon's wife, had her baby today. Oh my gosh. I haven't been on Facebook, so let's go congratulate them. That is awesome. That is awesome. That's crazy. All right, I'm going to congratulate our first mate on his new baby. Oh my Lord. He posted just a few minutes ago. Okay. Awesome. Sorry, not talking. Oh, awesome. So we posted that. So tonight we're going to be going through most of the categories. We're not going to go through all of them because some of them I care nothing about. So we'll be doing that here in just a few minutes. My goal is I'm going to try to wrap the stream at like 7:50-ish because I do have to go record something for another channel, which I'm really excited about, getting to be on Bo Knows gaming. I don't think it's live. I'm pretty sure it's not live, but I will post it and share it once it is live. I'm really looking forward to it. But hope everyone is doing well. Let me know how your week is going. It's already Tuesday, guys. Next week, I didn't realize this until like Sunday. Next week is Thanksgiving. It's crazy. It's crazy. We will not be having NerdCave News next Thursday. I'm already making the executive decision. We're not having NerdCave News next week. But this month has flown by. October flew by. It's like, I don't know what's going on here, y'all. I don't know what's going on here. It feels like everything's just like, that's the sound of time moving really fast. If y'all didn't know that. So, yes, things need to slow down 100%. 100%. Sorry, my nose is running. Seeing like lights outside the door. Haven't even gotten anything for Turkey Day yet. Don't know if we will. I understand. 100% understand. Yeah, like Turkey Day, it just came out of nowhere. Like, I just feel like November just started. Like, literally like a week ago, it feels like. And no, it's still, I don't even know. I don't even know, y'all. I don't even know. It needs to slow down. It needs to slow down. Oh. So, hope everyone is doing well, though. We are like halfway through the month already, it feels like. Next week is Thanksgiving. A lot to be thankful for. I am excited, though. I did see a turkey on my walk today, and it came up to my hip. That is a big boy. Maybe you could wrestle it and get it. You know what I mean? That'd be a good turkey if it's that big. It's that big. That'd be some good turkey. Big old turkey. Feed like 20 people. 100. That's a big boy. That's a big boy. 100%. Welcome, Marilyn. Hope you're doing well tonight. Guys, I am excited. We to kind of give some context and everything for everybody that's coming in. We are doing earlier. We normally stream on Tuesdays at 7:30, but I do have to record with your gobble noises need work. Okay, this is how redneck I am, or used to be growing up. I grew up in a very small town. I had turkey calls. I had different turkey calls, and I would practice my turkey calls. Did I go turkey hunting? No, I never went turkey hunting, but I had a case of various turkey calls, and I would practice because they would have different sounds and that sort of deal. And so that was my life. I had a box of, it was like a case of turkey calls. It was like a nice little, Don't know why I shared that. The gobble noises that got me. So there you go. There you go. I don't know how many other people have turkey calls, but I do, or did. I don't have them anymore. That would be a great little side. You know what I mean? Just a little, like you got to do a lot. It's a lot of like inside, like the shape of your mouth, your tongue, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Good stuff, y'all. Good stuff. I've explained how a turkey call works. But tonight we are going to be discussing the Game Award nominees, and we're going to be going through majority of the categories. I'm going to vote. I'm going to give y'all the link as well if you want to vote on the categories to see who wins. I'm like, the list, like this year has been absolutely insane for gaming. So I'm very, very excited for it. And we are going to go through as many as we possibly can. We're going to wrap around 7:50. I've got to record with another channel. I'm excited to be doing a like collab crossover event. So yeah, I'm excited. Can take the boy out of Jay, but not the Jay out of the boy. Exactly. Escape said, off topic, but I used to collect fishing lures that people would lose and leave as a kid. Hey, there you go. My brother would collect the the husk of the cicadas. He had like the what is that? It's not Hidden Valley. Is it Hidden Valley? It's like the brown tub of butter. Like he would have those and like put all of them in there. It was kind of like a horror show. I'm not even gonna lie. Not even gonna lie. It's just like nightmare bucket. That's what I would think of it as. But neither here nor there. Country Crock. There we go. That's the name of it. Boom. Country Crock. That's it. That's the one. That's the one. I can never remember that one. What's up, Nate? How's it going? How are you and the fam jam tonight? So guys, if you haven't already, smack the like button. If you haven't, show us some love tonight as we are about to get rolling into this. So how this is going to go, everybody, I am going to reintroduce it just like we do for NerdCave News and everything. And then we are going to go through all of the games that have been nominated for the Game Awards. But I just wanted to talk to y'all for a few minutes. But we're going to wrap about 7:50 because I have a collab that I'm doing tonight with another channel. But I did not want to miss our show tonight. Nate says, doing well. Tabitha is trying to wrestle James to sleep. So does she have him like in a sleeper hold? You know what I mean? A little sleeper hold? Like cuddled up in the blankets. And little... Nate, I finished Team 4-Star, episode 60. I'm working through the rest of the movies right now. Working through the rest of the... Nice. Baby wrestling. Yeah. Like, so good, but I watched their video of like why they stopped and everything. And it's sad, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. What we got was great. What we got was great. So, all right, guys. So we're going to kick this thing off again. I'm going to reintroduce everything, and then we are going to jump into it. Nate says, I watched the Boo Bits too and was sadly disappointed with it. I've watched them like as they come up on the shorts and everything. I have not watched the actual just like Boo Bits like full thing. But I figured with it just being like little snippets, it wouldn't be the same. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Yeah, Baldur's Gate. I have not played Baldur's Gate 3, but I've definitely wanted to. It's just the shorts mashed together. Okay. That's what I thought they were, but I wasn't 100% sure. So, yeah, 100%. 100. All right. Okay, here we go. Guys, we are going to be jumping into right now the 2023 Video Game Awards nominations. We're going to be going through majority of the categories. We're going to be picking through some of them because some of them don't necessarily matter to us, but I am excited to be going through all of these. We're going to vote on them as we go, and you can vote on them as well. There will be a link in the description and in the chat if you're watching this live. So without further ado, let's jump into our first category. So the first category, everybody, is the most anticipated game. This is the game that is going to be coming out next year. So what we think is going to do the best. I know a lot of people are excited for Hades 2, which I've played a little bit of Hades 1. I see what the hype's about. It's good stuff. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I don't is this the one that is like the... This is not the Animal Crossing game, right? I think it is. I don't know about that. I know there are a ton of people that are excited for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. If I played Final Fantasy, I'm sure people would be clamoring for it. Tekken 8 for all the Tekken fans out there. I remember playing Tekken 2 on a demo disc on a PlayStation 1. That's how long I've been out there. And then Star Wars Outlaws being made by Massive Entertainment and Ubisoft. I am most excited for this game. I don't know if it is going to come out next year. That's my only question. Is this going to be coming out, or is it going to get pushed? I don't know, but I am probably the most excited out of all of these for Star Wars Outlaws. So Star Wars Outlaws gets our vote for the most anticipated games. I see a bunch of Star Wars Outlaws in the chat as well, saying Escape saying I tried the remake of Final Fantasy VII and it wasn't a fan. I understand. Guys, you can vote as well. There is a link in the chat. There will be a link in the description on the replay. So let's go to the next category, everybody. Best adaptation. So this is going from a video game to a series, a movie, that sort of deal. We have Castlevania Nocturne. Have not watched any of the Castlevania stuff. I don't know if it's necessarily for me. Gran Turismo from PlayStation. The Last of Us rocking it over on HBO. The Super Mario Brothers movie. And then wrapping it all up with some Twisted Metal with the man, the myth, the legend, Andrew. Is it Anthony Mackie? There we go. That dude. This one right here. This one right here. I have only watched one of these out of all of them, and it was The Last of Us. And I think that The Last of Us was superbly done. The casting was great. The music was great. The guy that wrote the music for the game came for the show, and everything that they did, the practical effects, the makeup, the clickers, all of it, super well done. So The Last of Us gets my vote on this. I do want to watch the Mario movie, but I am giving The Last of Us my vote for the best adaptation of the year. Again, guys, you can vote yourself. thegameawards.com. Go and vote as we go through these. Escape Book says The Last of Us. 100% agree. 100% agree. All right, next up, best multiplayer. We got some bangers in here, guys. We got some bangers. We got Baldur's Gate 3. Have not played it, but my lord, the amount of people that have loved this game, have talked about it, and it is multiplayer, which is super dope. Diablo 4. I have put so much time. I had to literally stop playing Diablo 4 because it was taking away from other games that I needed to play. Absolutely love Diablo 4. Party Animals, a new game for us here on the channel, but it has been a ton of fun for our community game nights. Easy to pick up, difficult to master, but the chaos that ensues is so good. The first three already knocking it out of the park. Street Fighter 6 is the next. I have not played a Street Fighter since Street Fighter 4. I'm not a huge, I like fighting games, but it's not like, man, I gotta have me some fighting games. You know what I mean? Like maybe some wrestling. You know what I mean? Some WWE. The W's got to be there. You know what I mean? Nothing against Street Fighter 6, just not my cup of tea. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I know a lot of people have loved this new addition to the 2D side scroller Mario and everything. And everybody that's talked about it has said it's amazing. But for me, it's in between Diablo and Party Animals. And because I've actually played more Diablo with people, I'm going to have to put some Diablo 4 as my best multiplayer of the year. Now, I'd love to hear what y'all's thoughts are. What would yours be? Would it be Party Animals? Would it be Baldur's Gate 3, Street Fighter, Super Mario? If your game is not on the list, also let me know. What would be your best multiplayer? Like if we're going by time played, still might be Halo 5 or Halo Infinite. Nate says Party Animals for his. Party Animals is a ton of fun, y'all. And it's on Game Pass. Y'all should go check it out. 100%. Best sports / racing game. I've played none of these, so we're going to skip the best sports / racing game. Best sim and strategy. I've played none of these, so we're skipping that one as well. Best family game. Now, we've played some of these. We played one of these. I have definitely wanted to check out Disney Illusion Island. It looks really fun, really cute. Kind of the Raymond Origins games that we got back on like the late 360, early Xbox One. Party Animals, we just talked about. Pikmin 4, which was kind of a surprise to actually be coming out, but I heard it was really, really good. Sonic Superstars, kind of that Mario mix as well. And then, of course, you get Super Mario Bros. Wonder. For me, just because it's the only one we played, and I have really enjoyed it. Party Animals, there's no story there, but just the craziness that you can get up to. So, Party Animals gets the best family one for me. Let's go, guys. All right. Y'all let me know. Who was your best family? Put it down in the chat-a-rooney. Let's move on to the next category. Best fighting. Best fighting. I am not playing any of these. So we're going to move on. Best RPG. Best RPG, we got Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 16, Lies of P. I forget that that's an RPG. I still want to play that things about. And then, of course, the big boy himself, big baby boy Starfield up in here from Bethesda Games. So I'm curious why Diablo didn't make this list, but I probably put more into Diablo than I have anything else on the RPG space, because I'm not counting Spider-Man. It has RPG elements. Baldur's Gate 3, I feel like, is going to win this category hands down, just because so many people have really, really enjoyed it. But my time in Starfield has been so much fun, and I this is my second character. I haven't finished the playthrough yet. But I've just really enjoyed the world, the things that they've built in this universe. And if it's your first time playing a Bethesda game, you're like, this is kind of clunky. That's kind of Bethesda's style. But if you're used to that clunkiness and the way they go about creating the stories and all of this kind of thing, it feels familiar, but it also has this really interesting world you want to explore. You want to go places, you want to do things, you want to start a new character, you want to explore. And the kind of line where they give you, it's like, oh, well, you don't really start playing the game until you finish the main story. It's true. And I can't wait to play more of Starfield. But out of these awesome RPGs, because all of these are stellar, I got to give it to Starfield. Interstellar. Y'all get my jokes. Y'all get my jokes. I see y'all in there. Guys, let me know, what was your favorite RPG? Even if it's not on the list, I want to know, what's your favorite RPG down in the chat? Doesn't have to be on the list. I want to know what your favorite RPG is. Let's move to the next one. Best action adventure. Oh my God, they got the heavy hitters up in here. This is almost the game of the year right here. All of these are almost game of the year. Except for Jedi Survivor is not one of the Game of the Year nominees. We got Alan Wake 2, which I have not started yet, but I am really, really looking forward to getting to play. I loved Alan Wake 1. Cannot wait to play Alan Wake 2. I have utterly devoured. I have devoured Spider-Man 2. I have played so much Spider-Man 2. I am literally sitting at 91%. I'm working on my platinum, and I'm working on a second playthrough. Love Spider-Man 2. The story is amazing. The action, the spectacle, just everything that is about that game is absolutely amazing. The Amazing Spider-Man. It's spectacular. Even friendly at times. And a little nostalgic. What can I say more? We got a whole review if you want to check it out. Resident Evil 4, I have not checked out. I haven't played a Resident Evil since 7, but I know that they did an amazing job with this. A lot of people really, really loved it. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, played the mess out on stream. An amazing, amazing game. Ton of fun, lots of exploring. Story was solid overall, but I think the life improvements, the quality of life improvements that they did to the game was great, and I think it was a great entry. I don't think that it stands up to the rest of these, but it was a very solid game for this year, which is crazy to say, but the rest of these games are on a whole nother level. Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, I feel like is going to be every Nintendo fanboy's like pick for everything. I have not played this one. I played Breath of the Wild, and the way that this is talked about and the images that I've seen, the creativity that goes on in this game is absolutely amazing. And what's crazy is all the stuff that was marketed is like only a percentage of the game. There's like a whole underworld kind of thing going on that no one even talked about in the marketing. And it's just like, that's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So for me, for best action adventure, I got to give it to my boys, Peter Parker, Miles Morales. Oop, I just let their secret identity slip. I'm giving it to Marvel Spider-Man 2, but I feel like in this category, it might be either Legend of Zelda or Spider-Man. That's my thoughts. That's my thoughts. Y'all let me know yours down in the comments below. Next up, we got Best Action Game. We got some bangers in here. We got Hi-Fi Rush, but I still need to play. Dead Island 2, which I haven't checked out. Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon, which is just a straight up banger of a name. Fires of Rubicon. It's like, dang, that's good. And Remnant 2 and Ghost Runner. I've watched some Ghost Runner gameplay. Like, every time I see that game, I'm like, man, that looks so metal and so dope. I just haven't checked it out or played it, but it does look really, really cool. Armored Core 6. I've always wanted to play Armored Core, but it has not ever been something that I have experienced. It always looks really, really cool, but it's not something that I've jumped into yet, but I hope that one day. For all of these, I haven't played any of them. I'm going to be honest. What's up, Dan? Hope you're doing well tonight, man. You let me know what's your favorite action game in here. I don't know what to pick on this one just because I have no skin in the game on this one, but I'm going to vote with the underdog here. I'm going to go with some Hi-Fi Rush. I'm going to go with some Hi-Fi Rush because I feel like this game deserves it. I feel like Hi-Fi Rush deserves it. So let's move on. Best VR, AR. I have not played any of this. I don't know. I like Horizon. Synapse looked pretty cool as well. I'm not going to vote on this category because I don't have an opinion. I haven't played it. Best mobile game. I've played none of these either. We're going to skip mobile game as well. Best debut indie game. I've wanted to play Dredge. Finba, I have definitely wanted to play as well. Viewfinder sounded so cool. I have not heard of Cocoon or Pizza Town. If it is as good as, what is that pizza game that was on the Vita? Not pizza, it was a taco game. What was the taco game on Vita? Y'all let me know in the chat. I can't remember the taco game. I feel like either I'm gonna give it to Vinba. I like the cooking aspect, the whole story that's behind it. We're giving it to Vinba. We're gonna play that one as well. I got so many games that I need to play before the end of the year, y'all. All right, next category, y'all. Best independent game. Again, I've played none of these. I'm gonna give it Dave Diver because so many people love that game. Boom. Best community support. I feel like Cyberpunk 2077 has come a very, very long way. So I'm going to give Cyberpunk the nod here. We're going to give Cyberpunk the nod here. I love Overwatch 2 is not on here. I don't play any of these. Games for Impact. So there are a lot of good games here. This one is very interesting. It's kind of like Tower of Babel. Everyone is speaking different languages, and you have to kind of like figure out what people are saying. You have to kind of detect things and like figure it out, which is really cool. This one I remember seeing for a very long time. I forgot that it even came out. They kept pushing it back. I think this is pronounced Chaya. I really wanted to play this game. Every time the previews came up, I'm like, this is such a Zach game. Derek calls it every time we see a game like this. It's like, that's a Zach game. I don't know Terra Nil or a Space for the Unbound, but we're going to go for Chia. Boom. Boom. Let's go. Innovation in accessibility. I know that accessibility is gone so far for a lot of different places, a lot of different games and everything, and I love to see it. I don't have a dog in this race, but I'm going to give it to Marvel Spider-Man because I feel like they deserve it. They deserve it. All the love. All right. Best performance. We're going to narrow this down. I love Idris Elba. Great. I haven't played Cyberpunk. Out of the race. I haven't played Alan Wake 2. Out of the race. I have not played Baldur's Gate 3. Out of the race. Final Fantasy 16. Out of the race. Because I haven't played any of these, guys. Y'all got to let me know what you thought on these. I have played Star Wars Jedi Survivor. And I have played Marvel Spider-Man 2. And I'm going to have to say this. Yuri Lowenthal, I always mess up his last name, such a good actor. Played Sasuke back in the day on Naruto. Cameron did a good job. But there's things with Jedi Survivor that there's storytelling stuff that it kind of broke the immersion. So I got to give it to Yuri. Met him personally. Great guy. Awesome guy. So Yuri, you get our vote here. You give our vote here. Boom. Best audio design. I haven't played Alan Wake 2. I feel like the sound design is going to be amazing in that game. Hi-Fi Rush. I know the sound design is awesome in that game. I've seen some clips. Dead Space. Have not played the remake, but I have played Marvel Spider-Man. Do y'all feel like this feels like God of War all over again? Like anytime God of War pops up, I usually voted for it last year. But guess what, guys? We give it to the Marvel Spider-Man 2. I wish they would stop with the share this thing. Best score and music. Best score and music. I have not played any of these. I feel like this will probably win, or this Legend of Zelda, maybe Alan Wake. I know this game has a ton of music in it, but I don't feel like Hi-Fi Rush is going to get it. Maybe that. I don't know. I don't have a dog in this race because Bear McCreary, let's make sure. Yeah, Bear McCreary didn't do any of these, so I'm not voting. Best art direction. I feel like this is just the same as Breath of the Wild, which is cool, but it's still the same. Mario Wonder is a huge difference. 100%. You met Idris Elba at a crumble cookie today. I don't think that's Idris. I'm just saying. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna give it to Alan Wake 2. I haven't played it, but I'm giving it to old Alan. He needs to wake up. He needs a little love. Y'all know what I mean? Best narrative. I feel like these are all great picks. Guys, can y'all guess what I'm about to give it to? Can y'all guess what I'm about to give it to? Huh? Can y'all guess? Can y'all guess? Now, Marvel Spider-Man is great. I loved it. It was amazing. I have not played any of these others. I can only attest to this game. I do really want to play Alan Wake 2, but I've not played it. I want to play Baldur's Gate 3, and I know that's got a really good story too. The only one that I can attest that has a great narrative is Marvel Spider-Man. So I have to do it. I just have to do it. I don't. Everybody's been like Sony pony. I can hear it already. Best game direction. Now, I feel like I can be a little bit more objective because I have played one of these games, but I feel like I can say that Baldur's Gate 3 probably had the best game direction because once that game came out, it destroyed everything around it. Destroyed everything around it. That's all people wanted to talk about was Baldur's Gate 3, just like Elden Ring last year. So I'm giving this to Baldur's Gate 3, and I didn't even play the game, but I'm giving it to them because I know they deserve that one. I'm not. Everybody's like, oh my God, is that going to vote for Spider-Man? All right, here we go. Big one, y'all. Here's the big one, y'all. Here's the big one. Alan Wake 2, this is game of the year. We're here. We're finally here, guys. Game of the year. Alan Wake 2. Baldur's Gate 3. Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Resident Evil 4. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. And The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Now, this is a great list. Resident Evil 4 being here, even though it's a remake, I feel like I don't know if I agree with a remake being on the list. Does that make sense? If you feel that way, put a 5 in the chat or comment down below if you're watching on the replay if you feel the same way. If a remake should be on the list, put a 7. If you feel like it shouldn't be, put a 5 in the chat. Because for me, I feel like, yes, it might be a great game, but there are so many other amazing games. Like if we're going with like remastered Metroid Prime, Alan Wake 2, Street Fighter, Cocoon, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Sea of Stars, Diablo's not on here. Dead Space Remake's not on here. Hi-Fi Rush, Armored Core, Pikmin 4, Final Fantasy 16 is not here. This is crazy. It's crazy. What's up, Bo? How's it going? Like, do y'all feel like Final Fantasy 16 should be in the slot for Resident Evil? I kind of do, because Resident Evil has been such a powerhouse of a game for so long that it's coming up in here and it just slapped Final Fantasy 16, almost gave it 17, 16 just out of the race. Nate says Resident Evil shouldn't be on there. 100% agree. Now, if you disagree with me, that's okay too, but I don't feel like Resident Evil should be on this list. Dan says Tears of the Kingdom should be game of the year. Maybe. Not playing Alan Wake 2. I feel like I might lean Alan Wake 2 if I've played it. But having almost platinum Spider-Man 2, it's a good game, y'all. And I know I voted for it over and over and over again, but I feel it's really good. I feel it's really good. It's a really good game. But I feel like Baldur's Gate 3 is going to take this. I 100% agree. I think that Baldur's Gate 3 is going to take Game of the Year just because of how well received. It is the Elden Ring of this year, I feel like. I feel like Tears of the Kingdom was that for a while, but once Baldur's Gate 3 came out, it just took over the narrative and it has been the big thing out there. So I do feel like Baldur's Gate 3 will win Game of the Year. For me personally, Marvel Spider-Man 2 is my Game of the Year. I'm kind of giving that away before we even talk about Game of the Year. So, and it might change. Again, I still got to play Alan Wake 2. Like this is the game that I thought I would never get. All right. I knew I would get this, but I thought I would never get this again. Now, Super Mario Wonder, I know Bo has played it, and I know he's enjoyed it. I'd be curious to hear his thoughts on that, but I have not played that as well. I don't really care for side scroller Mario. I don't know. I like my 3D Mario. I wish we were getting a Mario Odyssey 2. I don't think we're getting that, which is a sad day because if Galaxy got 2 games, why doesn't Odyssey? Just saying. If this version of Link can get 2 games, why can't Mario Odyssey get 2 games? I love collecting those stars, getting those little outfits. So good. So good. And Cappy, I love Cappy. You know, no, gone is the day of possessing things. We now turn into them. So my game of the year is going to be Spider-Man 2. Y'all let me know, what is your game of the year down in the comments below. And of course, we still got the rest of this month and next month. Mario RPG still got to go out as well. So there's still games out there. Escape says, I agree 100%. I think Baldur's Gate 3 is going to sweep this year. Oh, yeah, 100%. They got the big broom that you go across the gym floor that's like 7 feet wide. Just, that's the kind of broom that they've got. They don't have just like a little Swiffer jet. They got the big gym broom. Bo says, it's fantastic talking about Mario Wonder. So many great changes and keep catching myself smiling with childlike glee throughout the whole game. Man, put that on a t-shirt and sell it. Escape says, my game of the year is Final Fantasy 16. I almost read that as FIFA 16. I was going to be like, Escape, FIFA 16 is really old, but I'm glad you're still rocking it. I'm glad you're still rocking it. But FIFA 16 is a little old. So let's lock it in, guys. Let's lock in our vote. Game of the year, Spider-Man 2 for me. Again, guys, you can vote as well. I'm going to pop the link in the chat. It will also be in the description for everybody else to vote on your games. There are more categories than what we went through. Best ongoing content. Who's the content creators for this year? Not me. Not me. I don't even know these people. Y'all know these people? I don't even. Good for them. I don't know them. Best esports games. Let's see what the best esports games are. Counter-Strike, Dota, League of Legends, PUBG. Is PUBG still being played? Didn't even know it was. And Valorant. See how Overwatch didn't get picked up on anything. Escape says, I haven't played Spider-Man games yet. Might check them out now because of your rave review. Hey, all of them are amazing. It is the Amazing Spider-Man for a reason. You know what I mean? They're great. All of them are great. The remake, I haven't played the remake, but I played the original Spider-Man when it came out, which is just updated graphics and all of that. Spider-Man Miles Morales is really good, and Spider-Man 2 cannot compete. Let's go. All right, everybody. There are our 2023 Game Award nominations and nominees. All of that. We voted for ours. Let us know what yours are down in the comments below. Look forward to it. Boom. There we go. Guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I saw some people jumping in the chat with some stuff that I wanted to hit. Nate says, so Dan, I started listening to Aragon audiobook this week, and I just got to the chapter titled The Witch and the Werecat. Didn't know your cat was named from the Aragon books. Yeah, we like Dan even says this. The name was literally decided on stream. I guess you missed that one. Yeah, so I don't think I was around. You were totally around when we discussed this. I'm pretty sure this was the night we were playing Halo. I want to say we were playing Halo. 100%. And I'm glad you're reading Aragon. So you are, okay, The Witch and the Werecat. We're talking about books for a second here. The Witch and the Werecat. Let's see. You're still pretty early in the book then. You're in Tiram right now then, which I like Tiram. That's a good part of the book. All of it's good, but it's a good part of the book. 100%. Guys, I am excited for the Game Awards. December 7th is the night of the Game Awards, which me and Derek will be doing it live. We'll be reacting to everything. So y'all definitely put that on your calendar. I've got to see. It doesn't say what time it is. Add an event to calendar. Okay, it starts at 6:30. Probably 7 is when it will actually start, though. So much better than the movie. I need them to remake it as well. 100%. Gabe says, I'll try to join live. Awesome. Damn, we do not speak about the movie. 100%. Like the movie, utter trash. And I haven't even watched it, but I know the Percy Jackson book movies are better than the Aragon ones. So yeah, no. Which we haven't started Murtag yet, which we will soon. We're finishing up Darker Shade of Magic at the moment, which has been really good. It is not YA, letting y'all know that it's like an adult fiction, but it's really good. Listening to on Spotify, they added audiobooks to Spotify Premium. Is it like 15 hours? I heard somewhere about that. Like 15 hours of audiobooks, which is cool. I'm glad that they're doing that. Which I have been listening to Rise of the Red Blade. I picked that one up the other day, which I've been really enjoying. I have like the physical book, but really enjoying that one. It would take real effort to screw up an adaptation as much as Aragon. Yeah. Christopher Paolini has talked about it, and I'm hoping that we can actually get it. Like with Disney owning Fox and everything, I'm hoping after December, which the Percy Jackson series is going to go out. I hope that after that we can get an Aragon show. Escape says, I'm reading the Winter Night trilogy right now, The Bear and the Nightingale. Amy and I started that book. I don't know if she's still reading it or not, but it was not for me. I'm curious, what are your thoughts on it? It was a little slow for my taste. I gotta have something to get me in, get me invested. Because I don't do slow. I don't do slow on books. I got a limited time on the books, which I just I've been reading just came out today. I got an early copy of System Collapse, which is the 7th book in the Murderbot Diaries books. And if you are looking for a good sci-fi series, highly suggest the Murderbot Diaries. Really good series by Martha Wells. This one, you definitely need to read the others, especially the 5th book, which ties right into this. It is really good. I love that this robot that's supposed to have no emotions, no like any of that, like it's supposed to be the furthest thing from like a human, has like anxiety, and he like copes with like all the crap that's going around him, all the bad things that are happening with like watching TV shows. He's got like a comfort TV show that he constantly goes back to. But I'm in the midst of like finishing up the book, and it is really good. I highly suggest the series. If you're looking for something that's got like humor, it's got a mystery to it, it's got some thriller-esque aspects of it, sci-fi, and just like a human experience where you don't think you're going to find it. Really great series. Like the first 4, like they're all novellas. They're about 4 hours if you're listening to the audiobooks. Jam-packed awesomeness. and just the shenanigans. And he is so sarcastic, or it's so sarcastic. It's a robot. It is so sarcastic. It is really, really good. Highly suggest the Murderbot Diaries by Martha Wells. You can pick it up on like Libby. Guys, if you are not using the Libby app in your libraries, you are putting so much money out the window. Like, that's where how me and Amy are reading so much, is through our Libby app and everything, and checking out books in our libraries. But go check out those books. Highly suggest it. I think you will love it. Escape, talking about The Bear and the Nightingale. I like it so far, but I'm reading it solely 2 chapters a night. See, that's not bad. Like, we read, like, we don't really watch TV that much anymore. Not to brag or anything. It's just we like spending time together. So we'll read together. So we'll read like 6 or 7 chapters easy a night. So it was just like really slow. Amy says, I'm reading Little Thieves and listening to A Court of Thorns and Roses, which I am curious what your thoughts are on that, love. It says, I'm finishing up the last Thrawn book, and then I will move on to Murtagh, which I started a little book club on this thing called Fable, where it's interesting because you can like discuss, like it breaks it down chapter by chapter. I'll have to show this later, but you can like discuss it where it's like, okay, chapter 1, and you can even read the books in this like app or whatever. You have to buy them, but you can put in your thoughts and like see what everybody else's thoughts are and all that. It's pretty dope. Nate says, yeah, I'm enjoying listening on Spotify. I'm listening to Aragon and still reading the first book in the Dark Elf trilogy. I almost said Scabarelli, but that's not his name. Salvatore, yeah. Scabarelli, I think that's a jewelry thing. Amy said, yeah, we tried Bear and the Nightingale, but I think it takes a while to get me. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I agree. Escapes. I've got 5 libraries across the country on Libby. Ooh, we need to talk. I've got our local ones, and then I have one more. I had New York, but New York's is like 14 days on the Libby thing, and then it's like harder to get again. It's really weird. And we said I need to add more libraries on Libby. Yeah, like I felt it's like it opens more things, but it's harder to like get them. Do you guys read aloud to each other, or do you read at the same time to yourselves? So Amy reads to me, actually. So it's like I have a built-in narrator, like audiobook narrator, like at home, which is pretty dope. So she'll read to me, and like when she gets kind of, her throat's getting a little raspy or whatever, like I'll ask if she wants me to read. So I'll read a little while, but she's our main reader, which we went through all the Aragon books that way. We've done Redwall that way. There was a Avatar book we've done that way. The Cat That Saved Books we did that way, which is really fun story. It's pretty short. I'm trying to think of any other books that we've read aloud like that, because we both did the Davabad series, but she read it first and then I listened to the audiobooks. So I was like behind her, and she was constantly like wanting me to like catch up. So now we do that together, which is really, really cool. Yeah, we definitely have. Recently, we have done a lot of did not finish. I did finish Sleep with the Sea of Stars. Trying to think of what else. We've done Redwall. The Rise of Kyoshi is one we've done together. But yeah, I think the most, because like the Aragon books are so long, I do a mix, one e-reader or physical book and one audiobook at the same time. The audiobooks are chore time and walks. Yeah, my audiobooks are me driving home, or like stuff at work where I don't have to like mentally be focused, like if I'm like setting up cameras or something like that. So Yeah, I love audiobooks. Like, that's how I mostly consume. I don't like, I feel bad when I say this. I don't read many physical books because like it just like knocks me out like hardcore. I was reading System Collapse and it's a great book, but like it just like most of the Murderbot books I've done all of them except for this one audiobook wise. So it's like I'm reading and I'm like cozied up on the couch under a blanket and then just bang, I am out. I am out. Nate says I listen at work and while driving. That's perfect. That's I've listened to so many books driving. 100%. Amy said, I just remembered I'm also reading an early copy of the sequel to Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. I forgot that you had that one. Dan says, Sleep in a Sea of Stars must have been interesting to read to each other. No, I read that one through audiobook. So I had Jennifer Hell reading it to me, which is like, she did an awesome job. I thought the book was really good. I was listening to Christopher Paolini like talk about the journey to get that book done. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Nate says, read before bed, but fall asleep too much. Yeah. Like we'll read all the way up until pretty much we go to sleep. For me, and then Amy will read more after I do. But like once I get into bed, you got maybe like 30 minutes. Like if I'm really working on trying to stay awake. What age would you recommend Redwall to a kid? Mine's 8 and I'm chomping at the bit to read it to him. Most of it's great. Like most of it I feel like is pretty age appropriate. It's more of like the violence in the book, which I know kind of sounds weird for that book, but like some of the violence. So the age range is like 8 to 14 for that book. I think the violence can be pretty intense. I think that's the only thing. The rest of it's super cute, you know, all the cute woodland creatures, but like some of the violence in the book is a little intense. And I know as you go further into the series, it definitely gets more intense. Yeah. So I think it's more up to like your discretion and like, you know, it's like, do you feel like they're going to be able to, you know, handle like that violence? Dan said, I had nothing but deliveries today, so I've been driving on my own most of the day, so I was listening to a book while I drive. So you're listening to the Thrawn Ascendancy books, which is on my list. Like listening to the Rise of the Red Blade, I have actually been kind of impressed at how much I've enjoyed that book, because I've not been really big into Star Wars lately, book wise, which is weird because like I love me some Star Wars books, but I just hadn't really been feeling it. You know what I mean? So it's been nice to kind of be like, oh, I'm back in it. I'm back in it, y'all. So hopefully, will continue to be that way. I know for me, like I'm ready to get into Murtag as soon as we possibly can, just because I really want to experience that. And you know, that's the book that I've been wanting to read like all year. It's like Murtag's coming out. It's here. Like I've got it audio wise, but I want Amy and I to like experience, and then I probably will read like 1 or 2 books between it, and then probably listen to the audio book just so I can, you know, get more reps. Escape says, I like listening to books when we move to the next job across the country. Those long trips, rarely interrupted, are my favorite. Yes, 100%. Back in April, I went up to Chicago for work, and I was able to listen to so much of, I was listening to the sequel to City of Brad, Empire of Gold by Shannon Chakraborty, and it was nice. Like those long, it's like you're not having to talk to anybody, headphones and ears, and you're there. Ascendancy was the first 3. The last 3 are just Thrawn. I guess chronologically, yeah, you're right. You're right. All right, guys. I hate to cut this one short, but I am going to be recording with Bo Knows Gaming. We're doing a collab tonight, so I am going to say farewell, but we will be back Thursday for more Nerd Cave news. So thank y'all so much for being here tonight. I appreciate it so much. I love y'all, and I will see you all on Thursday. Bye, guys.